Today we're counting down our picks for the best driving games that you should check out, and without further ado, let's dive right in. Trophy RC. Before we continue, I should say that not every game on this list is a proper driving game. Some are even just open world games with fun driving elements thrown in. So yeah, don't take this list too seriously because I know some of you will argue with me just to feel better about yourselves. Anyway, this one is an upcoming RC driving simulator made by a solo developer, which is set to release sometime this year. So if you've ever fantasized about driving RC cars with realistic physics, definitely check this one out when it drops. Roadcraft. Now, if you love SnowRunner or MudRunner, then chances are you'll love this game too since it's developed by the same studio. And as you can see from the clip, it definitely looks stunning. Anyway, this game is basically SnowRunner, but now you must also fix roads and build bridges. So yeah, it's like Construction Simulator but with SnowRunner physics. And obviously it focuses more on vehicle operation than driving. But still, part of construction is driving from site to site to deliver stuff. So if that's your thing, definitely give this one a go. City Car Driving 2.0. Okay, the first game was phenomenal and is still touted as one of the best driving simulators of all time. And now, with modern graphics, this one's also a strong contender for the best driving sim, one that could actually teach you how to drive, including road laws from around the world. So, if you're an old basement dweller who hasn't learned how to drive yet and you're too anxious to enroll in driving school or meet a real-life instructor, maybe give this one a shot. At least here, you can make some mistakes without sweating bullets.
Hi there.
Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. This driving sim is essentially like the taxi-side missions in GTA games, but taken to the next level. Plus, there are special missions that spice things up, like racing against the clock or providing impeccable chauffeur service to snobby passengers. In short, it's about mastering the art of customer service and running a taxi business in the game's 1-to-1 scale reproduction of a large part of Barcelona. Yes, you heard that right, it's 1-to-1 scale. So, if you're planning to be a taxi driver in Barcelona because you can't get a job anywhere else, check this one out first. Truck and Logistics Simulator. Now, for those of you expecting a game on the same level as ETS2 or ATS, just don't. We've already accepted the fact that those games are on another level, okay? This one, however, is an open-world driving game where your main job is to deliver logistics using various types of specialized vehicles, from the simplest pickup trucks to the weirdest bulldozers. And yes, there are forklifts in this game, so you can brag to your friends that you're a certified forklift driver, assuming you have friends, of course. So definitely check this one out if it's on sale. Fernbus Coach Simulator. In this game, you'll step into the shoes of a coach bus driver navigating Germany's Autobahn and motorways with remarkable authenticity. Developed in collaboration with Flixbus, this game allows you to drive the modern MAN Lions Coach and Lions Coach C models. Moreover, your journey takes you through both day and night across all seasons and weather conditions, which cover approximately 20,000 kilometers of meticulously recreated Flixbus routes. Additionally, realistic passenger interactions also add to the immersion, as passengers board with tickets or purchase them directly from you. The bus. Alright, in this game, you will pretend to be a bus driver navigating through the hustle and bustle of Berlin's roads, selling passengers tickets for their journey. And let me tell you, Berlin is meticulously recreated at a 1-to-1 scale, complete with its iconic landmarks. Not only that, with all the freedom this game offers, you can customize your fleets and explore the beautiful city at your own pace. And as you can see, the graphics are one of the biggest selling points of this game. Seriously, driving at night in the rain can't get any better than this. Tram Sim. Okay, I know that this game is different from the others. I get it. It's not your typical car driving game where you can turn left or right freely, but hear me out, okay? In this game, you'll be driving, or should I say, operating, a tram around a city, delivering passengers from station to station. And as you may already know, people who play driving games usually want a chill and relaxing experience, and this game delivers just that. Now imagine playing this after a stressful day at work. And if you're older than 30, you'll understand what I'm saying. Lawn Mowing Simulator. In case you have a double-digit IQ and can't comprehend what the game is about, it's about driving a lawnmower. On a serious note, this is not your average game. It's a journey into the tranquil beauty of the British countryside, where you'll be running your very own lawn mowing empire. However, the scenery is where this game shines, whether you're trimming up residential streets, castle grounds, cozy cottage greens, or sprawling equestrian fields. Each location brings its own challenges and scenic delights. And I've got to say, this game is actually chilling and kind of therapeutic. Bus Simulator 21. Some of you might be wondering, what kind of people play these driving games? Aren't people more into AAA racing games like Forza or Need for Speed? Well, some people with busy lives are the main audience of these relaxing driving sims. They're not here to feel the thrill of driving supercars and doing insane stunts. No, they're here to relax. Seriously, some of you will get why the market for pure driving games exists when you're older. Anyway, if you want to ease your mind after a long day at work, this game could be the answer.
So just head on over to the waypoint, detach your trailer,
Star Trucker. Now, if you're into trucking games but want something different, then this game could be the answer. As you can see, it's a trucking game, but instead of driving your truck through regular highways, you're flying your truck through space highways. And yes, I know some of you might think this one feels more like a space sim than a driving game. But you should know, the experience of maneuvering this truck feels chill and relaxing, similar to how traditional truck games feel. So if you don't have a problem trying new things, definitely consider this one. Farming Simulator 25. Okay, this game is actually an open-world farming sim first and foremost, but as you can see, driving the heavy farming machinery is a big part of it, which makes it great if you love driving, especially if you want a driving game with lots of objectives. And with hundreds of machines and heavy-duty rigs from more than 100 brands, you'll experience what it's like to operate this kind of equipment. So, if you're bored of standard driving simulators where you drive supercars, maybe driving a tractor and other farming machinery could be a fun alternative. American Truck Simulator. Technically, this game is similar to Euro Truck Simulator 2. However, while Europe might sometimes feel like a commute, America feels like freedom, like you're on a grand adventure. And it's not just the famous sights, it's the everyday stuff: diners, gas stations, highways, and more. And despite the simulator label, the game's far from boring. Sure, you can drive responsibly, but you can also cause chaos if you want, blocking traffic, racking up fines, and performing ridiculous maneuvers. It's all part of the fun. It's a simulation of trucking and business, but also a role-playing game in a way. Spin Tires, Mud Runner. Just like its predecessor, this game focuses on delivering a realistic off-road experience, particularly with massive vehicles like heavy-duty trucks and specialized military rigs. However, similar to the original, you can install mods to tackle that muddy terrain with realistic physics while driving a variety of other vehicles, as long as the mods are available. And since this game is newer than the original Spin Tires, it benefits from more support and a larger player base, which is definitely a plus. Anyway, I suggest you choose either this game or SnowRunner, which is also from the Spin Tires franchise. Lake. In this game, you drive around a beautiful small town delivering mail and parcels, which lets you experience what it's like to be a courier living a chill life. It's the kind of game that lets you unwind while still offering engaging storylines that are both charming and heartwarming. Plus, the voice acting is solid, which brings the characters to life, and the graphics are beautifully done, making Providence Oaks feel like a place you'd want to visit in real life. So, if you need to relax, try this one. The Long Drive. This is one of those games that's so weird you can't help but get hooked even though you have no idea why. It's honestly a super basic game, just driving in a randomly generated desert with no real goal or major objectives, but somehow it just clicks. So, if you're the type of person who loves road trips, this game probably scratches that itch. It's not about the destination, it's just about getting in the car and driving off into the unknown. No agenda, no rush, just seeing where the road takes you, and that's kind of the point. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now, this is the go-to trucking game according to Truck Sim fans. In this game, trucks handle realistically with different brake systems and manual gear shifting, adding depth to the driving experience. You'll also navigate narrow streets, adhere to speed limits, and manage fuel economy, all while hauling heavy loads across vast distances. Moreover, flashing your lights at oncoming traffic prompts them to flash back, and you'll even need to pull over for mandatory rest breaks every few hours. However, this one is a full-blown sim, so definitely don't get it if you're just looking for a casual driving experience.
You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so...
Pacific Drive. This game is as niche as it gets, but man, it's got something special. If you've ever been into games like The Long Dark, you'll get the appeal of diving into something strange, mysterious, and heavy on survival. In short, this one isn't your traditional driving game. It's more of a survival game with building your car as one of the main gameplay mechanics. You'll drive around to scavenge things so you can upgrade your wagon and survive the whole weird alien thing. Out of all the games in this list, this one is the weirdest, I would say.
I'm marginally impressed.
Motortown, Behind the Wheel. Now, this is one of the most fun open-world driving games on this list. Specifically, it's a cartoony vehicle simulation game where you can drive various vehicles in an open-world setting and do various missions. And don't let the low-poly, cartoonish graphics throw you off. Underneath that charming exterior, the driving physics are surprisingly solid. Plus, the game is packed with a variety of structured jobs that offer more depth than just random one-off missions. So, if you're into fun driving games where you take on different driving gigs, definitely check this one out. SnowRunner. Alright, this game is about driving through extreme terrains in a challenging open world. It's tough, but if you're patient, bring the right gear, manage your fuel, and pick the smartest routes, you'll crush it. You've also got all sorts of cargo to haul and missions to complete, from rebuilding bridges to delivering supplies and rescuing stranded trucks. And you can play in 4-player co-op from start to finish. Some missions are clearly meant for teamwork, so having your friends along will make things way more fun, if you actually have any friends, that is. Retrowave. If you grew up in the 80s, which means either you're balding or on meds right now, you might want to check out this game. As you can see, it's a game where you just drive endlessly while listening to banger synthwave music. Not only that, it also nails the vibe and aesthetic of the 80s, especially if you watched a lot of sci-fi movies back then. So yeah, this is basically the perfect game to chill out and relax your mind while thinking why you didn't have the guts to talk to your high school crush years ago. Assetto Corsa with mods. Now, before you start wondering why this game is here, let me just say that Assetto Corsa has a ton of mods available, including custom maps where you can just drive without any real objective. As you can see, with this setup, you can cruise down a long highway, avoid traffic, chill to some music, all while enjoying the game's famously realistic vehicle physics. So, if that sounds like your vibe, just fire up the game, install some maps, throw in a few weather mods, maybe hop into VR, and you're good to go. BeamNG Drive. This game has come a long way from its origins as a funny car wreck simulator. Now, people use it to experience realistic car physics from the comfort of their rooms and gaming chairs. The game also includes some open-world maps you can roam from the get-go, but the real strength of this game, though, comes from its countless community-made maps and mods. However, I must tell you that this is more of a sandbox vehicle game for simply driving around and doing stupid things. So although this game has some missions, it's not the best. Cyberpunk 2077. Now, I get it. You might never think of this game as an open-world driving game, but hear me out for a sec, will ya? Okay, as you can see, the world of Cyberpunk 2077 is huge and beautiful, and there are futuristic cars that you'll use to drive around. And with such a massive open world and tons of missions, you'll naturally be driving a lot in this game. Granted, the driving isn't the best, especially with some cars. However, you should look up the realistic vehicle mods for this game, cause you'll be amazed. Grand Theft Auto 5. As we already know, the open world of GTA 5 is massive and fun for people who just want to free roam in various vehicles. And you know what? Just playing this game normally will also require you to drive a lot from place to place. It's just the way GTA games are. And if you install the realistic graphics mods and the realistic vehicle mods, you can pretend you're driving supercars and SUVs you can't afford in real life while you're actually just sitting in front of a screen in your room. Oh, and stay tuned for GTA 6. So do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos from us and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.